So, a few days ago, I found this iceberg on Twitter, of all things. It's a Disventure Camp iceberg made by Riggs. I don't know her full name. I don't know where I can, find this post again. So, if they see it, they'll credit them. Their full name. But, yeah, I found it, and it looks large. Now, there was another one I seen, but it was a little bit smaller. And, to be honest, it didn't really seem that interesting. It just had camouflage stuff. But this one, Jeez, I don't know, just look at it. Now, other than that, I don't know, the other reason I'm doing this, I've been, making Disventure Camp videos a little bit more often, if you've noticed. Well, actually, it doesn't really get viewed, but oh well. I've been making them. I'm getting a little bit more interested in the series. And plus, I've been a fan of the series ever since the start. Never really said it because I just didn't make videos on Disventure Camp or Adventure Camp or Odd Nations cartoons. I don't know. We'll say Odd Nations. Never really made a video, but I've been watching them ever since the first beta, season 1, aka Adventure Camp. But, without further ado, I think we should get started on the first layer, in the sky. Odd Nation Cartoons and Jared and Robert. Odd Nation Cartoons is behind Disventure Camp, uploading the episodes, trailers, random community posts, while Jared and Robert are the showrunners and the founders of Disventure Camp itself. I'm pretty sure Jared is more of a social media person, so you might know him a little bit more from his Twitter posts. Disventure Camp All-Stars is not good. Okay, this is more of an opinion, rather than facts, but pretty much agree upon that Disventure Camp All-Stars was the worst season of Disventure Camp. I mean, if I were to rank the seasons, it would probably be ranked like this. Season 4, 1, 2, and then 3. 3 wasn't really that good. Basically, if I were to explain it, it'll take long. So, I'll just say, probably after Hunter or maybe even Fury's elimination, season kind of just wasn't really that good after writing. Personalized greetings. So, ever since the remake of Season 1, they introduced personalized greetings for Patreon users, or members. So, you could pay for one, have the characters greet you, it could be all magical, and, well, that's it. Just about a minute long, and, that's about it. Now, they are a little bit expanded now, so, we'll get to this later, but there's costumes you can pick for your characters, double greetings, and a little bit more recently, triple greetings. So, we'll get to that later. Carnival of Chaos, which is the 4th season of Disventure Camp. There's not really much to explain there. Gabali, Jam, and Jaden. Gabali refers to a ship, or not really a ship, a couple, being Gabby and Ellie. Jam relates to Jake and Tom, and Jaden is James and Aiden. Tom and Jake spin-off. So if you don't know, after All-Stars, they made a Tom and Jake spin-off, which was only season 1, but later on, there's going to be a season 2 of the series, which, could be a little bit interesting. So, yeah. Different types of leaks. So different types of leaks happen with Disventure Camp. I don't really know where, because to be honest, I've never really seen one before. But there was a tier that Odd Nation Cartoons made called Ultimate. Maybe I'm getting this confused for another one. In this tier, how it originally was made, basically, if you subscribe to it and you're there in the tier, you could get the episode and you could just watch it without any watermarks or anything all over your screen, just a normal episode, early, meaning you could literally leak the episode to everybody else, which I still don't really know why they did that, really, because what did they expect the outcome to be? Not to leak it? But, yeah. All-Stars episodes 14 to 18. So this is probably referring to, the bad string of episodes in All-Stars. Episode 14 was kind of cringy for stances. Episode 15 was weird because of Rhea coming on to Alec, even though Alec clearly didn't want Rhea. So, kind of a weird scene when she forcefully kisses him. Episode 16, Jake and Allie just fight like kids, and that's it. That's all they do the whole episode. Episode 17, Connor, injury. And then there's episode 18, Connor just fell off. Piggyback and I Don't Care. Now, unless I'm wrong, I think Piggyback is a cover of a song, maybe. And I think the original person that made it kind of had a problem with Disventure Camp's version. Now maybe I'm wrong, because to be honest, I really can't think of any other reason why these two songs specifically are this high on Iceberg, or even on it at all. But then for I Don't Care, I really don't know why it's here. One of the famous Ali quotes.
Get up, guys! You can have your yaoi moment later!
The Season 2 remake. So in case you don't know, somehow, Season 2 is getting a remake. So, that's it. That's the whole tier. Now, I do remember when I heard this first. At first I thought, does Season 2 really need a remake? I mean, couldn't have been that bad. And then I remembered, Season 2 is pretty blandly written and kind of had some strange scenes in it. It wasn't as bad as Season 1, the original, but it was still, you know, kind of just mid. Season 1. So I don't know if they're referring to a remake, but if you didn't know, there's, well, the original Season 1 that I just mentioned a few seconds ago of Disventure Camp. It was called Adventure Camp, but, well, it's kind of just bad and very strange. Now, they do have other episodes on their secondary channel of Odd Nations, so you can watch it there. LGBTQ plus representation. So one thing that stands out about Disventure Camp, or I guess Odd Nations, is its LGBTQ representation. Because, unless I'm wrong, pretty sure like 70% of the characters are LGBTQ in some way. So, yeah, that's what tier, you know, relates to. Season 5, fans versus favorites. Not even a few, maybe a month or two ago, Season 5 was announced to happen, and its characters were revealed with the favorites and the fans, or, well, the fans that are insane fans, I guess, of the show. So, there's not really much to explain about here, so I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent about the characters. Well, not even really characters, just one specific character. It's Aiden. In one of my other videos, I explained that I found Aiden to be the blandest character in Disventure Camp history. I mean, not he's the second blandest, you know, that award's been taken by Jade. But I don't know, I know a lot of people like Aiden for some reason. I don't know what they like about him, but why would they bring him back? He's so bland, you know? And I guess you could argue Ali too, but I don't know, Ali's at least a little bit more interesting than Aiden. And to be honest, when I think of bland characters, she's okay. I mean, if we're talking about Season 2 Ali, then okay, sure. But if we're talking about you know, Season 3 Ali, then okay, at least a little bit more interesting. But Aiden, no, just no. So I'm gonna predict that he's gonna be a first boot, and that's it. But that was the first layer of the iceberg. Now, to be honest, it wasn't really that interesting. But then again, it is surface layer stuff, so yeah, of course it's not going to be that interesting. Well, at least to me, since I've been a fan forever. So, on to the second layer. All-Stars multiple original elimination orders. So this is the elimination table for All-Stars. I'm pretty sure it was the only season to have a table shown so far, unless Season 2 and 1 have one. But I don't know, I thought it was funny because we could have had Ashley win instead of Rhea, but no! All songs are covers of pre-existing songs. So this is true. All songs in Disventure Camp are covers of actual songs, so they don't actually make the songs, which a lot of people actually thought they did. So here's where issue comes in. With Dan Pundak, the original creator of Piggyback, Disventure Camp basically stole it and then never credited him. You know, never like kinda at least link the song in the description. So yeah, it's a bit of an issue when they don't, you know, credit the actual artist. But that's what this relates to. Adventure Camp. So I thought we talked about this already. So maybe that first entry was meant for the remaster of Season 1. So if it was, then okay, sorry. But Adventure Camp was the original name for Disventure Camp Season 1. But that's the bad season. Let's keep it at that. It's only 10 episodes long, which I don't know why I find that surprising, but it is. So if you want to watch it, you can. It's on their secondary channel. Still, Silly Billy. Silly Billy was a major fan of Disventure Camp, but then, a year later, after Season 2 ended and then Season 1 being remastered, he voiced Trevor, one of the 2 hosts in Disventure Camp. So, yeah, pretty interesting. It's kind of strange because I've been watching this guy ever since he first reacted to Season 2, which is weird because that was like maybe 3 years ago. Jake and Rhea's controversy. So to be honest, I don't know what controversy it talks about. Well, not specifically. I mean, if I were to think, maybe it could be Rhea winning over Jake, since I guess people probably expected Jake to win since, well, I guess it could kind of make sense. Because by the final episodes, the writing was, you know, so it didn't really make much sense. So maybe the controversy was that Rhea won over Jake, despite being kinda mishandled in the writing. But there's probably another possibility I'm not thinking of, because I feel like if we're in layer 2, this has to be pretty obvious, but I just can't think of what the other controversy could be. So if you know what it is, you could comment if you want. Multiple fanfics. I'm pretty sure any fandom you've been in, like any fandom, has some sort of fanfics written about them, and Disventure Camp was one of them. I'm gonna be honest, I've never actually read a fanfic before. Beta version of Season 2. Since Season 2 is being remade, this version of Disventure Camp can be considered beta now. I mean, it even says it right there. But I didn't want to make this short, so I thought why not look through some of the beta designs of the contestants, in that time. And I find it funny because some characters like Kai look completely, okay, maybe not completely, but really vastly different from the original design. So him, Hunter looks homeless. He's my favorite, #1 favorite character in all characters, but he definitely looked homeless in his original design. Rosa Maria looks kind of like a character from a different show. And then there's other characters like Connor who look relatively the same. $200 plus outfits. Yes, you heard that right. Or, well, read that right. Some outfits cost $200 plus, which I find a little bit insane. But then I guess I think again, adults watch Disventure Camp and they have jobs and they probably pay for that. But still, I don't know, paying $200 just to see someone greet you in a pop star outfit, I don't know, I find it a little bit insane. But yeah, there's more personalization greeting related entries in this Iceberg that we'll get to. But yeah, that's what this relates to. Another famous Allie quote.
Take it, Allie!
Thank you. I'm going there.
Yeah, considering that the remake is going to be coming in a few months, I'm just kind of wondering, will those lines sound as lifeless as they are in the beta? Oh, it's just a funny thing to think about, Shipping cultures. I'd imagine shipping culture refers to, the shipping of 2 characters. Basically 2 random characters in the show. So it could be like, I don't know, Jade and Spencer, Alec and Ali. A ship like that, which I think I refer to. Actually, I kind of remember some random Reddit post from a while ago. I remember it was a post explaining stuff you hate fans do to Disventure Camp. And one of them was that a person hates when an LGBTQ character, so like Marissa, is shipped with a straight character, so like Alessio. I don't know, I thought it was a weird take, but I don't know, I guess there's stuff like that people don't really like in shipping. So, yeah, I guess that would be a century. Chris McClane was Crystal's scrapped father. In Season 1, Chris is actually shown in Disventure Camp, in the beta, Season 1. He's only shown, or at least mentioned, for at least 2 episodes, I believe. But then in Season 2, Crystal doesn't want to be reminded of her father, in quotes, who is Chris. I'm pretty sure she says it, but it's even hinted at when contestants like Aiden question her, or she just doesn't want to be reminded of his tendencies to be, extremely evil. In Disventure Camp staff stories, he's scrapped and changed to Christoph McLean, which, I guess. I don't know, I feel like they should have changed his name a little bit further, because, I don't know, Christoph McLean, I don't know, it sounds a little bit more like McLean still, if you ask me. But he was scrapped from the show. Hannah's Curse. This refers to something that at first I thought was a joke, and then became real. Basically, Hannah would become close to somebody, and then, like, touches maybe their arm or shoulder, then they get eliminated. It's so funny, because it's even mentioned in Hannah's exit interview. So, I don't know, it's kind of funny, but then I guess from Hannah's perspective, kinda depressing. Especially when Benji was eliminated, because, well, got close to him, and then he was, well, the first merge person eliminated. Hooters Tom. Earlier in the Iceberg, well, in the first layer, I explained personalized greetings and special outfits. And I think, I might be wrong, but one of the first, I think, customized outfits was Hooters Tom. So, yeah. The Tom and Jake art book. This is referring to the art book for Tom and Jake, which it was made a few months ago, and it had a pre-sale. I feel like it cost a little bit too much, like, I don't know, near $100. I don't know if it's worth it, but that's what this is referring to. But that was layers 1 and 2 to Iceberg. I was going to do this all in one video, but like I said in my last video from yesterday, or at least by the time of this recording, I'm just going to split the icebergs up. So yeah, that was layer 1 and 2. Hopefully you enjoyed watching, because I think these first 2 layers, they're fine. I mean, you know, they're basic level knowledge that most people know. I mean, I don't know. Looking at it, I feel like the only ones people wouldn't know about is Hooters Tom, because, well, to be honest, I don't watch greetings, like, at all, so I probably wouldn't know about that. Well, would have known about it, but I already did. Or, I guess Chris McLean was Crystal's father. If you never watched season 2, then I guess you wouldn't know that. Or, if you never really paid attention, then, yeah. But, that was layers 1 and 2, so, thanks for watching.